Okay, we're gonna shift gears now. Disruption. I think everybody in this class has seen what disruption has done to hotels, taxis, music, publishing, book sales.
Amazing.
Music business today is half the size it was 15 years ago. Unbelievable. And while banks were dealing with the global financial crisis and then dealing with the regulatory fallout and the impact that's had on their business models, Google, PayPal, Apple were developing new payments products. Something like 1,000 new fintech ventures have launched, and they are chipping away at the edges of financial services. And you know, one CEO put it to me very starkly. He says, you know, 9 out of 10 of these fintech ventures are going to go bust. You know, how do I? You know, they're swinging for the fences. How do I compete against this? RBC has actually been, in many respects, a leader. You know, one of your favorite lines is, "Banking is about moving, lending, and storing money." So when you see the Googles, the PayPals, the Apple Pays coming in, how does that affect your business model?
It's a great question. I worry when I see companies and industries getting into trouble, more idiosyncratically companies, it's when they define what business they're in too narrow. And I worry about that, which is why I try to get each of my teams to define their business more broadly. What business are you really in? The example I always use internally that catalyzes that discussion is, what was it about the Blockbuster business model that didn't allow them to see Netflix? And to have Reid Hoffman sit in the office of the CEO of Netflix and pitches Netflix idea and then laugh at him. You know, when you're in Blockbuster, you define yourself in the business of delivering VHS movies to your customer, you know, and the experience you put them through of making them travel to your store, go through your shelves, not find the movie they want, so get the second movie or third movie, get it home, usually works, then forget to return it and penalize them for it. What about that business that you're in and that customer experience didn't allow you to see a better way of doing what you're doing and define yourself more broadly of being, I'm in the actually entertainment delivery business. That's what I do. I deliver entertainment, and it happens to be through a VHS today or DVD. But how can I make that experience better? And that's what fintechs are doing. They're taking our business and they're trying to redefine what it means to be in the investment business through the betterments of the world, redefining. This is not an asset allocation discussion. This is a life and goal-based objective setting discussion. And many banks, we do that very well, but many banks really still think investment's about an asset allocation discussion with your customer. So they're redefining what it means to be in the investment business. They're redefining how you deliver knowledge. So the fundamental software revolution that we're in is doing two things. One, first, we're digitizing our physical world. And that spawns the business models like Uber and allows you to have an Uber-like model. And how does a taxi company fail to see that, you know, these dispatchers is a bad way of having an interaction with your client and with your driver? And there's a better way and an easier way to do that. The other way is we're digitizing knowledge. And I think that's where some of the fintechs are really accelerating. They're saying first, we're digitizing knowledge, and we're taking all the knowledge of various sectors of our industry, and we're trying to put it into a digital format and deliver that in a more efficient, mass way to the customer. And then we're creating machine learning on top of that, as you and I have talked about quite extensively. And the machine will do that potentially more effectively with more data feeds than professionals do that today in our sector. So how do you think through those trends, and how do you present those to your customers are some of the fundamental challenges that we have. But it starts with defining your business more broadly. What business are we really in? And that allows your team to define potential solutions and outcomes much more difficult. But the reality is, even if you do that, you're fundamentally blocked by the paradigms that you live in today.